Hello, everyone. Boone here. I have with me the Lego Diagon Alley set. You can see that it is sitting right in front of me. It is too big to get in close enough for details and also see the whole thing on camera. It is wider than the table I'm using here. I'm just going to answer any questions that y'all might have. I have the set with me. I have the figures here. I have both boxes. I have all four manuals, and I have the Lego. What is this called? A press release handy. If anyone has any questions, of course, I did not design this set. I don't have the designers here. I do not speak for Lego, but I do have all this stuff handy, so I can try to answer questions that you might have about this set. So go ahead and anything you might want to know about this set, you can put in the live chat. I see we have Austin, Jake, Peyton, Melissa. Welcome back. Jim, Wes, Val. We've got Squid Kid, Legomatic, WGJL Productions. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see. Jake Animation said, are we going to ask you questions or are they pre-chosen? You may ask me questions. Here, I'm going to switch these around so that you can take a look at the set. So yeah, Jake, go ahead and fire away. You're welcome to put those questions in the live chat. Melissa said, are giraffes allowed? Absolutely, giraffes are allowed. Anyone is allowed to watch this. Nathan Kennedy says, how much does the set cost? In the United States, the set is going to be priced at $399. It looks like it's going to be 399 euro and 369 pounds. So those are the prices, the pricing availability that I have available to me at this time. Ian says, this is going to be a great set. I think it is going to be a great set. This is, there was a few people have asked me, like, how about this set for a non-Harry Potter fan? And I think that let's see, the buildings are just good enough that if you wanted to sort of remove some of the Harry Potter stuff and you wanted to just use this as, a start to a Lego city or part of sort of an old-timey town, that would be cool. Let's see. Nathan says, how long would you say the set would take to build on average? There are 20 bags. There are 4 books. I bet it took me between 6 and 8 hours to build. I think some people could probably do it in 5 hours. It might take some people 10. But that's okay. Aquamike says, yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. That's totally fine. I think there's some really interesting things going on with this set, particularly the way that like the storefronts are put together. There's just some really interesting, and I'll give you some more close-ups of some of what's going on here. But there we go. Let's see. Are they full modular size? Rebecca Miller, Kraut Kramer says, are they full modular size? They are on I'm not 100% sure what you mean by are they full modular size, but they're each on a 16 by 32 plate. So I'll separate this here and kind of pull it out and give you an idea about what we've got going on here. Let's see. So I guess each of these is probably more like half of a typical modular size. You can see about how deep they are. And then on the inside, we've got, multiple levels in each building of detailed interior. So I don't know. I mean, I think that the modulars are different sizes, but maybe it's typical for them to come on 32 by 32s. So this would be sort of like maybe the size of 2 modulars, if you want to think about it that way. Let's see. Was the Secret 21 box exclusive? So Legomatic says, was the Secret 21 box exclusive to Lego Free gifting it to you and the other AFOLs, or is it in all the sets? It was in my set, and it was inside the box, and it is in the 4th manual. So the instructions for how to build what you see on the inside of the box 21 is, as far as I know, in the real set. Should I talk about that? Who wants to see what's in that? I'll hold on to that for a minute, and I'll show what was inside the secret box in just a minute. Nicholas T says, how many pieces are there? There are 5,544 pieces in this build. So at let's see, $399 or 399 euros. That I did the math, and it comes out to just over 7 cents, or you'll have to do the math. I think in pounds, I said it was $369, but in the United States, it's comes out to just over 7 cents per element. And some of the minifigs from previous years, so like one of the Ollivanders sells for, I think, $20 or $30 on Bricklink. The only Gilderoy Lockhart we've ever had is from before they switched the faces from yellow, and that is a really expensive minifigure. So obviously, like, these are going to dilute that market a little bit, but this is now the only Gilderoy Lockhart that is compatible with all of the licensed themes that have a full range of skin tones. Let's see. All right. Is there concern for security? The buildings appear to lack the back wall. That's funny. Jeff, yeah, each of the buildings has no back wall. They're built sort of like a dollhouse. They're open on the back side. But I suppose one of the interesting things to note is that, I'm going to move this one out of the way, is that each of the buildings does mate up to the back of another building. So this is Ollivander's over here, and this is Flourish and Blots, and these two go perfectly together to create like one solid building. So you could think about this as being like, this stuff on one street over here, this stuff on another street over here, and in the middle they create, it's going to be difficult for me to get the clip to go back together there in the back, but in the middle you can see there's no gaps. They create sort of like a solid building where the roof goes all the way across the top. Okay, let me get this spread out here. I see another good question. We've got Benjamin says, how many minifigs are there? This set is advertised with 14 minifigs. So I'll just run through the minifigs real quick. We've got, let's see, we'll start with, who do we start with? Here's Hagrid. Here's Harry. There's 2, so that's 2 figures. Here's Molly Weasley, Ron Weasley, so we're up to 4 figures. Here is Ginny Weasley and Hermione Granger, so that's 6 figures. We've got Ollivander and Fortescue, so that's 8 figures. We have, I'm not going to try to make them stand up because I got a tablecloth here. Here's a Gilderoy Lockhart, makes 9. 2 Weasley twins, Fred and George, that makes 11. We have 2 Malfoys, Draco and Lucius, that makes 13 figures. And then we've got a photographer from the Daily Prophet, makes 14. However, there was a secret figure in this box. Anyone, or should we, let me know in the chat. Should I show you the secret figure that comes in this box? Many of you probably already know what it is, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't done it. Okay, who hasn't seen it yet. Let's see. Someone up here, Gabe said, Boone, what is your favorite Harry Potter character? Oh man, that's a good question. What's my favorite Harry Potter character? Maybe Hagrid. I like Hagrid because he's big and loud, and I can kind of identify with that. Okay, Nicholas says, "What are the shop names?" So here we have, um, over here we have. This is Ollivander's wand shop. This is where Harry and all of the students go in to pick out their wands, or I guess be picked by their wands. This is Scribulus, so this is where they can go in and buy some, quills, ink, bottles for writing at school. This here is this is called Fortescue's. His name is what? Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor. This is Flourish and Blots. This is a bookstore. One of the ones that I moved out of the way for a moment is Quality Quidditch Supplies. And right next to Quality Quidditch Supplies is the Daily Prophet. So this is where they can buy stuff for their wizard sport. And this is where the local newspaper is produced, the Wizarding World newspaper. And then the last building here has an entrance to Nocturne Alley over here on the side. Can you see that? And then this orange and sort of periwinkle building is the Weasley's. What is it? Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. So this is sort of like Fred and George's joke shop. Kind of, they've got, it's kind of a magic shop, joke shop, tricks that you can buy. And one of the cool things about this is that there's a giant statue of a Weasley here, and there's a lever that makes him like tip his top hat. Hopefully you can see that. It's looking to me like maybe my camera that I have on the Lego pieces here is glitching up a little bit. So hopefully you're able to see that. All right. Let's see. Oh, Brickanista, thanks for coming. Says 14 figs. That's a lot of minifigs. Don't forget about Hedwig. Need that one with the spread wings out. Yeah, so here we have Hedwig with the wings spread out. This is not new for this set, but it is new this year. So I think this is probably about the 6th set that has come out with this. Legomatic says, is the new wand box mold exclusive to this set? I don't know if exclusive is the right word, so I'll talk a little bit about the wand box. You can see the wand box here, and it's got a footprint of 1x3. So a 1x3 tile or plate can fit on the top, and there's a little wand inside. So you've seen the wand minifig elements, and this is a new wand box. I don't know if exclusive is the right word, because I think that would imply that like it would never be released again in another set, but it is new. It was designed for this set. But I imagine we will see the wand box return in some other sets. Tomas says, so did this release or will release? Sorry if you already mentioned, just started watching. No, that is absolutely no problem. I believe this releases tomorrow. Let me see if I can find that in the press release. I've got the press release over here. It says Lego Harry Potter Diagon Alley set is available directly from Lego stores and www.lego.com/enter-the-magic from the 1st of September 2020. So it sounds like you will be able to get that starting tomorrow if you choose. Let's see. Liam Thor says, how many steps are in the set? That's a good question. I'll crack open the books here, and we might have to do some quick math. So book number 1 has... how many steps here? Book number 1 has 260 steps to build Ollivanders and Scribulus. So 260. Who's going to do the math in the live stream for me? Number 2. Let's see. 2 says 2 203. So I've already forgot the first one. So next is 203 steps. That's to build quality Quidditch and the Daily Prophet. In book number 3, it looks like we have 337 steps. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot more, it seems like. 337 steps to build, what is this? Flourish and Blots and the Ice Cream Parlor. And then finally in book number 4, I don't want to give away the secret, but we'll say that the end is right. Yep, we'll say the end is right here. And this is 397 steps. So that's how many birthday, I just read someone said birthday. That's how many steps there are in the entire build. So someone do that math for me and tell me, if you add up all those numbers, how many steps do you get? Uncle Mike TV says, who has gotten more than one 501st battle pack AAT? I don't have any. I was actually at the Lego store just the other day, and I was talking to people in the line, and one of the guys in front of me was getting the 501st battle pack. And I didn't get it, and I wish I had, because you and some other people have been asking me if I'll talk about, give a review of the battle pack, and I don't have it yet. So maybe we'll see if we can do that. Is it a Lego store and Lego.com exclusive, or will it be available on Amazon? I do not know the answer to that. I would guess that it is probably going to be a Lego and Lego store and website exclusive until some other shops like start getting it and selling it. So I doubt you'll see it on Amazon at retail price. You'll probably see it as resellers, but I don't know the answer to that. I doubt you'll see it at Walmart or Target. I think this is probably going to be pretty much a direct to consumer from Lego. Bimper22 with $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you donating a little bit to help me make these videos possible. It says, hey Boone, love the content. You have inspired me to organize my Legos and start making videos over my Lego creations. I can't wait for the video game video. Yeah, actually, Mel and I are currently planning on doing a live stream tomorrow. We were going to pre-tape on Saturday, and he ended up driving, across a couple of states on Saturday. So we decided to reschedule, and we're going to do that tomorrow in the evening. I can't remember what time, but I'll post it soon, and you should get a notification if you are subscribed to Boone Builds. Thank you, Bimper22. Really appreciate your support. Let's see. Here we go. What is the inside? Let's see. From my son Mason, what is the inside the boxes, packages inside of Weasley's Wizard Wheezes? I'm a huge fan of Boone Builds. Thank you and keep building, Mason. Okay, hey, that's a great question. There are actually a lot of stickers went into this particular building. You can see, I'll talk about this just a little bit, and then we'll get to that question specifically and go inside the building. Here is, you can see a lot of stickers all across the front, these little pieces, I don't know, these sort of palisades on the building here, each have their own sticker. We've got sort of some Weasley related graffiti on the side of the building. And then in here, I'm going to see how close I can get my phone in there. So this is, there's a dancing doxy. And I think on this side, it says like drives cats crazy. So I think a lot of these are sort of like fireworks. There's a sticker that doesn't have any writing. Back here, let me see if I can see this. There's a stack of boxes that says, can you read that? It says basic, Fred Weasley's basic blaze box. I could pull one of those out and show you. That might be a little bit easier. Oh, I guess I'll pull two out. So this one is Fred Weasley's basic blaze box. Hopefully you can see that. Here's another box up here that just has a picture of a magician. It doesn't have any text. And then there's some boxes up here that are just, I think, sort of general. They say wizard. One says wizard and the other says Wheezes. And then there's a lot of other things in here that, aren't labeled. So, but I love that they put the caution striping on the cash register. I looked at some reference pictures and saw that that's like quite accurate to the film. Thought that was pretty cool. Okay, let's see. We're gonna keep going down here, looking for. Oh, somebody said how many steps there were. Legomatic says 1,197 steps. Garrett said 1,197 pieces. No, that is the number of steps to build this set. The set has 5,544 pieces, and I believe that does count the minifigs. Boone, what is your favorite Harry Potter wand? Ooh, what is my favorite Harry Potter wand? I remember seeing one at Ollivander's when, during Lego Masters on a weekend, we got to go to Universal Studios, and we looked around the wand shop, and I remember finding one that I really, really liked. And I can't remember exactly whose it was, so I would have to go look it up. But I'll say I think it would be really cool to have a wand with a core of unicorn hair. So anyway, that'll be my answer. What sets are you most excited about for 2020 from Lit Brick? I actually have some on the way that I'm going to do some reviews for. From earlier in the year, I really enjoyed the Barracuda Bay. I think it was Pirates of the Barracuda Bay. And I have the 3-in-1 pirate ship coming that I'll do a little bit of content here for. I'm really excited about that one. Nick Van Slagmat designed a sort of futuristic fire engine for the Hidden Side series, and that's coming. I'm really excited about that one. I think it looks really cool. There's also a 3-in-1 space that just came out. I should have bought it the other day and I didn't, but it's okay. It's like a space rover, and then one of the alternate builds is a spaceship, like a little sort of fighter. And the third alternate build is sort of a space station that, like a moon station, moon base. And I'm really excited about that one as well. I'm going to try to get my hands on all of those. Let's see. Brick Central says, are those circular pieces, for example, the orange windows on the Weasley shop, one big prefab or a bunch of tiny windows? They are a bunch of tiny windows. And that, I'll show that a little bit closer here. I guess I should pull this back into the, I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to get rid of, that's not really in the way that much. We'll pull in tight here. These are each 1x2x2 windows with window panes in them. And they're just stacked up, and they're sort of wrapped around on jumpers. So like these, you can see are parallel and perpendicular to the studs. So those are studded right on the way you would imagine. But the ones that are at a 45-degree angle are on a jumper so that they can basically rotate. So there's a jumper at the top, a jumper at the bottom, and those are all rotated. And that technique is also used on the front of Ollivander's wand shop. But all of these sort of assemblies around the windows are really interesting. And one of the things, I did a review that came out very early this morning, so you could look at my channel if you want to see my review. But one of the things I mentioned is that this set, it has an incredible number of different styles of windows. And so, particularly if you want to kind of learn how to do this sort of, I would call this Victorian or maybe Dickensian, this kind of style, this is a really great set that would give you a lot of an idea. A lot of ideas for that. The Jammy Bricker says, are there printed signs or are they all stickers? They are almost all stickers. The only exception, I believe, and don't, oh man, don't sue me if I'm wrong, But there is a printed tile that says it's the Daily Prophet, has a picture of Harry, exclusive Harry Potter, the boy who lived. And I'm not sure how easy it is for you to see that, but hopefully you can get a glimpse of that. And there are a bunch of these. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say 6 or 7 of this element in this, as if that paper had just been released. There's also in the top, I'm going to move, let's see, move the Quidditch supply back over here. And in the top of the Quidditch supply building, there's sort of this like third story attic. And it has windows that are printed. Man, that's going to be hard to see. Sorry. We're going to do the best we can here. Hope the traffic noise isn't too bad. I'm sitting outside so that I don't bother other people indoors. So if you can see those windows at the top, those are standard window panes, but they are opaque. They're tan color, so they're not see-through. And they have like sort of random newspaper stuff printed on them, and that sort of makes it look like the windows are sort of plastered over with prints. Let's see, I'm going to return this to a better view of something here. We'll do this, and I'm going to roll down. We're going to keep going. You guys have a lot of great questions. We'll just keep doing this for a while. Do you think this would be a good investment piece? Oh, it's hard for me to talk about whether this would be a good investment piece without also talking about what I think about Lego as an investment in general. If you are a Lego investor and you have a method for buying and selling, then I would say this one, man, I've got to imagine this one's going to be a surefire. I don't know how many they're going to produce, but it is surely going to be an incredibly popular set. If I could judge just based on how popular it is on YouTube today, I'd say this is going to be maybe as popular as the big Hogwarts, maybe not quite, maybe almost as popular. People are going to love this set. They're going to love the figures. They're going to love the design of the buildings. And like I said, I think even some people who aren't into Harry Potter, people who are just really into modulars or expanding their Lego cities, this would be a good set to have. So that's just to talk about like what might it be worth someday. I definitely think this is one that's going to hold its value, probably increase in value. But again, part of my point is that if you're not in the process and you haven't developed a process for turning your Lego into funds in the future, like if you just have a bunch of Lego saved up in a room and you hope that someday it's going to be worth a lot, then I don't know. I don't know how to advise you on that. But if you are someone who already is in the process of like every year you look for the sets that you think might be a good investment, and every 10 years or every 5 years later you are turning those around for a profit, I would imagine this one would be a good bet. However, I also must say, please do not take that as investment advice. I would honestly, I'd say Lego probably isn't a great investment in the long run, except maybe for those people who really have built a business model around investing in Lego. Okay, let's see. Amanda says, do you think this set is worth the $400 price point? Here's the thing. If you love Harry Potter, if you love modular buildings, if you love the figures, you love the style of this set, then I think it's worth the price point. Again, I said a little bit earlier in the stream, I worked out the math, and at least in the United States, at the $499 price point, divided by the 5,544 elements, you come out with a 7-cent some odd, just over 7 cents per element. That's not a bad price. It's that's a better price per element than most any Star Wars set. So I think it's good. I think it's for the people. Now, I don't expect anyone who just wants a cool Lego set to go spend $400, but I think for the people who this set was made for, I think it's probably appropriately priced. And honestly, I think you're getting more for that price than you might if they had tried to chop it up. If you think about all of the Hogwarts modulars that Lego has been producing, and it's sort of like it's they just come out as standard Lego sets, and you can buy I think the Science Wing just came out or is about to come out, and you can buy the different parts of Hogwarts. Those sets are much more affordable. They're designed to go on the shelf at Target. They're designed to go on the shelf at Walmart. They're designed for kids and adults to have just to play with or to put in their collections. But if you put all of those together, and I presume that eventually for people who had been collecting those pieces of Hogwarts, eventually they'll be able to put together an incredibly large, awesome Hogwarts. But the aggregate of what they will have spent and the quality of each set, because it's just intended to be a different price tier, I think there's going to be more disparity, a bigger gap between the price and the quality. Whereas this, I feel like, yes, it's $400 for a Lego set, but the quality, the number of minifigures, the fandom that this was created for, those are my 2 cents. Let's see. Between the Bricks says, "Hello, Boone. Hey, how you doing?" WGJL says, "What is the figure inside the 21 box?" All right. Should I say who is inside the 21 box? I don't know how exciting it is. Thank you very much. Garrett says, "Hey, Boone, you're an awesome person. You've inspired me to be more awesome. You are such a role model." Oh, that touches me so much. Thank you. This set looks awesome. May the force be with you. May the force be with you, Garrett. Let's see. We're going to keep cruising along here. I don't know how much I've missed. Here we go. Are those balloons recolored BB-8 pieces? I think they are. So he's referring to the balloons on the back of here. So I'll pull that off and I'll give you a little bit closer. This goes with the... I'll swap these back again. These go with the back of the Weasley's place, the Weasley's joke shop, and that's what they look like to me. I don't know. Is that what is? I'm not sure that I have any BB-8s in my collection. Is that what a BB-8 body looks like? I think it probably is. And this is a really interesting green. I don't remember what they call this green. This was like I think this was a popular green in like Monster Fighters and some Ninjago, but there you go. Evolution says, "Is there going to be a second season?" Lego Masters wasn't up to date. So you're just asking if there's going to be a second season of Lego Masters? I believe so, but a lot of TV productions have been on hold due to COVID. Bunch of Bricks says, "Boone Builds, what's your favorite part about the set?" Mine personally is the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. I can't wait to hopefully get this tomorrow. Yeah, that is certainly, I think, the most fun part of this set is this assembly here. I'll adjust my camera just a little bit more. And it was just a lot of fun to build. I think most of the... well, I should say a greater number of elements in this set went into this building. And it's just so colorful and has just a lot of fun little things in it. And again, I've said one of my favorite things about this build is that there's this lever here that you can use to make the big statue tip his top hat. So that's kind of a lot of fun. IR Brick Reviews says, "You're awesome. I actually got into Lego from watching you in Lego Masters." Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, IR Brick Reviews. You're incredible. Is IR, does that stand for infrared? or something else. Hey, Boone, is it worth it? Yeah, I just got done talking about that a little bit. I think it depends on who you are. I think for the people that this set was designed for, it's going to be definitely worth it. Do you prefer, okay, Colin says, do you prefer the new Ollivander's shop or the older one? It's interesting. I was looking at the old Ollivander's, yesterday, and it has three buildings. One is Ollivander's, one is the bank, Gringotts, and the third is a building that I can't recall, but it's very black and has a lot of green on it. And the bank and that third building, if someone reminds me what it has in it, it'll click into my head. But the Ollivanders do look quite different, and I think the main difference is the roof. Now, the roof on this Ollivanders, and I'll see if I can quickly come up with a picture of the old one, but the roof on this Ollivanders is flat, similar to, kind of like a city building that you might imagine. And there's a couple of chimneys up there. That Diagon Alley Q&A thing is not my friend. Oh, look, there. Now you all can see the production screen in the background. And let me just see if I can quickly find the Lego. I'm going to search Lego Diagon Alley. I'm going to see if I can quickly find a picture of the old one. Now, all of a sudden, yesterday, if you were to look here, you would only see pictures of the old one. And now there are like almost only pictures of the new one because they just all dropped today. But I'll switch to this here real quick, and I will show you this screen share. See if I can find it. Chrome tab. We're going to do Lego. Where is it? There. So you can see in this image that there is the roof is quite different. The roof on the new version is flat across here, and the roof on the old version has two pretty prominent peaks. So I'm not really sure which is. I removed the wrong thing. I went to Google Street View. There's actually a street view of Diagon Alley that you can go look at. And it is actually kind of impossible to tell what the top of that building actually looks like. So it seems to me that one of the designers, I think maybe that set came out 8 years ago or something like that. One of the designers who designed the first Ollivanders interpreted that building to have like two peaked roofs, and this designer interpreted that building to have a flat roof. So I don't know the answer to that, but I do think that the new one looks like it's probably maybe a little bit wider, maybe a little more detailed inside. Let's see. Lurid Dusk says $4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting the stream. Really appreciate it. And IR Brick Reviews comes in with another one, $4.99. Thank you so much. And says, is this your favorite Lego Harry Potter set? Well, let's see. So far, this is probably my favorite Lego Harry Potter. Wouldn't it be funny if his name was Larry Potter? My favorite Lego Harry Potter set. Trying to think. My daughters might have one that they like more. I think the Hogwarts castle that Justin Ramsden designed is probably the best official Lego Harry Potter set. However, I don't know. I don't own it, and I haven't built it, so it's difficult for me to say whether that's actually my favorite or not. Let's see. Brick Central, what is your Hogwarts house? I'm a Ravenclaw, by the way. Hey, hold on a second. Hey, Jordy. Yeah, is she on the thing? Oh, she's right there. I'm gonna ask Jordy if she remembers. Hey, Jordan. Did I take the Hogwarts house test?
No.
No, I didn't?
No.
All right. I guess I haven't taken the Hogwarts house test. Someone else, yeah, what do you think I am, Jordy?
Oh.
I'm asking my 9-year-old daughter if she can tell me what house she thinks I would be in. You're the Sorting Hat today. You have a good intuition. Let's see. Nicholas says, how many Harry Potter sets do you have? How many Harry Potter sets do we have? Do we have any others at home?
No.
We don't have any sets. We have a lot of figures. We've collected the figures, and I have a bunch of parts. I've been collecting parts over the years, like from old Hogwarts sets, because I'm going to use them to build some awesome castle someday. But they're just sitting in a drawer somewhere.
Mom thinks you would be in Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff? Mom thinks?
Is
Mom?
that not accurate?
Mom the Sorting Hat? Okay, I'm getting from my family that they're saying that I would be Hufflepuff. I saw someone else says, Garrett says, my friend D was wondering, do you still recommend this set even though it does not have Gringotts Bank? That's a really interesting question. I was surprised that this set wasn't going to have Gringotts Bank. However, I do think that the previous Diagon Alley set had a pretty okay Gringotts Bank. I think this set is better than the old Diagon Alley set, but if you had both, I think part of what they were doing here is they don't want to give you everything that came in the set before, because if you already own the previous Diagon Alley set, they want to give you more, right? So now if you had both, you'd be able to put your Gringotts with these buildings from the new, and the only building that overlapped between the two is Ollivander's, and I think arguably Ollivander's is like the first sort of iconic shop that they go to when Hagrid first takes Harry. So I think it's okay that they overlap. But would I still recommend it? I definitely would recommend it. And I guess what I would say is, if you don't have Gringotts, get this set and then challenge yourself to build an awesome Gringotts to go with it. But it would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been cool. Or maybe one of the things they have coming down the pike is Gringotts. And I don't know that. Don't quote me. But, so often when people say that they really missed something from a Lego set, it is often because the design department is working on that for another product. All right, let's see. Diagon is misspelled in the title of this video. Hold on. I gotta see, is that true? Diagon Alley. Diagon is misspelled in the title of what? Who said that? By the way, Diagon is misspelled in which title? Are you reading the comments on YouTube? Yes, I am. So this is Hannah from Facebook. I'm reading the comments on YouTube and the comments on Facebook. So I'm getting them both through here. It's just that I get sort of behind, so every now and then I just try to catch up, and I may miss some. Do you think there will be a chance? Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, there's like a 70% chance of Gringotts coming soon. Is Haddixall's thought there? Here it is. Do you think there will be an add-on to this set? I think it's a very good chance. They've built all of these buildings to have the Technic pins at the bottom, so this sort of reminds me of like Ninjago City. They, later released the Ninjago docks, and I think they just released the Ninjago like gardens that go with those sets, and that's been like that's been 3 or 4 years in the making. So I certainly could see them doing more with this. Let's see. People are saying, yeah, I feel like they're going to do another Gringotts. Ooh, it could come with the dragon too. That would be cool. All right, it looks like we're pretty in the YouTube stream title. I'm looking at it. Diagon. Are you just making me look twice? Hold on. Diagon. Dia. Oh yeah, you're right. I did. I inverted the. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can fix that. I'm gonna fix that right now. Can I go here and edit the video? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can fix. I inverted the A and the I in Diagon. Maybe I can do it if I do this. Boop boop. D-I-A. Diagon Alley Q&A. Save. Now if I go back there, I should be able to see myself on the page, and it is D-I-A. Diagon Alley. I've fixed it. I wonder. It's really interesting. I wonder if that is affecting my ability to get people into this stream, but who knows? Thank you very much, Jake. Oh no, it wasn't Jake. Who told me that Diagon? I think it was Brick Central. Yeah, Brick Central said in the title of the stream it says Diagon. So I just refreshed, and now anybody joining from here on out will see the correct spelling. Sorry for that. I just must have, done. Bloop. Boone, did you take the Pottermore test to find out what your wand is? What is it? Mine is Laurelwood unicorn hair, 12 and 3/4 inches long. I have not. I have not taken the Pottermore test to figure out what my wand is, but I think that would be awesome. I love the unicorn hair core. That's what I said I thought mine would be. Do you think they will build Nocturne Alley? I don't know. Will they build Nocturne Alley? I feel like there's sort of a hint at Nocturne Alley here. It sort of seems to me like something that's probably more of a here, I'll put that on the screen. This sort of like subtle hint at Nocturne Alley seems, a bit more like I don't know, just they're throwing a bone to the people who want to see Nocturne Alley. I'm not sure. I would guess that would be a little less popular on their radar, but whoa, Jason said, dude, you are so Hufflepuff. Is that what I said? Did I say I was Hufflepuff? Did I say I was Hufflepuff? Jason is watching, and he said I was Hufflepuff. Hey everybody, real quick, I just got to say, Jason Hill was the very first subscriber to my YouTube channel many years ago. So there we go. Dave Morgan is in the house. We've got one of our moderators, Dave. Thanks for being here, Dave. And let's see. Hey Boone, do you think that this set is a display set or more of a playable set, or both? Oh my goodness, it is so both. Jordy,
yeah,
isn't this a fun set to play in?
Oh yeah.
So each one of these buildings, I'm not doing a very good job showing the buildings, am I? Each one of these buildings is built like a dollhouse, so you can turn these around. This set is so big, there's no way for me to like do a good job of showing it all. But there's so much fun to be had in each one of these buildings. There's in the wand shop, there's little spots on the wand shelf where you can like take one of the actual wand boxes and stick it into the shelf. And there's a couple of spots where that happens. There's these stairs that swing out here.
Yeah, that's cool.
And there's just lots of little places to recreate the scenes from the movie. And on the other hand, when you set it up in a big long row, it would be amazing for like just a big long shelf. And this would be a great Lego set for displaying on a long shelf that's not very deep. Most of the modulars, like I was saying, are at least 32 by 32 base plates, but these are 32 by 16 base plates. So, you could display these on a mantelpiece or in a shallower shelf. I definitely think it could be cool as either, as either something to play with or something to display. Cave says, are you a big Harry Potter fan? You're a big Harry Potter fan,
I'm a
right?
big Harry Potter fan.
So Jordy's a big Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter. I've seen all of the films.
I have a Hogwarts t-shirt on right now.
Oh yeah, Hogwarts t-shirt right there. I'll be honest with you. This set has made me a bigger Hogwarts fan. I'm diving into like who these characters. I think I knew who most of these characters were. I think maybe Florian Fortescue with the ice cream shop. He was probably the only character in these 14 minifigs that I didn't, recognize. But I'm doing some research and looking through stuff to see how accurate this set was, and just kind of like getting reacquainted with the characters. It definitely makes me want to do more Harry Potter stuff because it's so much fun. And Jordy you guys are like reading through the books right now, and anyway, lots of cool stuff. Cool. Brett Hooper says those pivoting stairs are cool. Yeah, right. Let's see, the only building that does not have any stairs is the Quidditch Supply. Quality Quidditch Supply does not have any stairs, but I'll put the Flourish and Blots in its place over here. So this is the bookstore, and I just showed the pivoting stairs in Ollivanders a moment ago, and Flourish and Blots has stairs that come down like out of the attic.
Did you show how the hat moves?
Yeah, I showed how the hat moves. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons that they have these stairs that, pivot down or pivot out is because, these sets are designed to like go together back to back, and you can store them that way or display them. And so that way, when you can move the stairs out of the way, it gets you a little more area to sort of play and see things, but then you can pack them up and sort of store them away a little bit better. All right, here we go. Let's see. Nicholas says, how did you get this early? That's a good question, and I could talk about that for a second. I guess I haven't announced this. Boone Builds is now a recognized Lego fan media channel. So I have I am a Lego ambassador. I'm part of the Lego Ambassador Network, and part of the Ambassador Network is that we can apply as Lego fan media to get these sets from Lego so that we can share them with you. So I guess it is important for me to tell you that this Lego set, and I think I did, I know I did at the beginning of my review video, and I think I've talked about this already in the stream, that this set did come to me for free from Lego, and it's sort of my job to do the best I can to inform you and to make some content with this, so I'm very excited about the future. Yeah, see you later says, congrats, Lego Ambassador Network. Yeah, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. It's been, fun. I think I applied in January, and I got the news in July that I would be a new Lego fan media. So let's see. Blake Williams says, is this set better than the Hogwarts D2C set? I would not say it's better, and I'm not an expert on that set because I haven't built it. I think the Hogwarts D2C will probably live for some time as the best Harry Potter set. However, we know it's not minifig scale. So if you're really into minifigures, if you love displaying minifigure scale cities, this Diagon Alley set, is maybe more interesting to you than Hogwarts. And I think aside from Hogwarts, Diagon Alley is probably the most iconic, perhaps the second most iconic setting from the Wizarding world. Let's see. April Hour says, very cool. Thanks for watching, April. April's an awesome Lego fan from my neck of the woods. So I'll say it that way. Let's see. You may not know this, but it's not your set. It's your daughter's set. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So JKIRL, JK in real life, I don't know, Jakiril says, you may not know it yet, but it's not your set. It's your daughter's set. Absolutely. I've been telling them, we've been building it for the last few days, and I've been telling them that as soon as I'm done making these videos, the prohibition of any of these pieces disappearing to other parts of the house will be lifted, and it will fully be their time to play with. Okay. Weasley, this says from Matthew, Weasley brothers seem out of place age-wise compared to the main cast. Are you disappointed with the main cast having the similar legs as the rest of the set seems to have cast characters from later years settings? That's an interesting point, and it certainly is something that I noticed, and I wouldn't say I'm disappointed with it. I think with each of these buildings, they kind of intended for you to be able to, recreate different, different points in the timeline. So, I think you've got Harry and Ron and Hermione with the short legs to represent, that those earliest days at Hogwarts. And then you've got there's oh, this guy, why have I just suddenly Lockhart, Gilderoy Lockhart, is from the second film, third film book. And then the Weasleys, when they open their shop, they're certainly like now sort of young men, grown men opening their business here. So there's different points in the universe timeline that are represented in this set. I wouldn't say I was disappointed by it. I think it's just a direction that they went, the direction they chose to go, with offering you, I think of it as more options. But I guess if you're thinking like it would be nice to have all of these short leg figures with like the newer medium legs that bend, yeah, I guess that would have been nice. But anyway, cool. Bricktonium Lego says, what is the oldest set you have? What is the oldest set I have? The oldest set that I have that I bought, well, I didn't buy it, it was gifted to me when I was a kid, is the Black Seas Barracuda from 1989. But I have since acquired older sets. They're just sets that I acquired, as an adult collector, and less as, they weren't sets that I was around for when they were new. So I think probably my oldest set is the Galaxy Explorer from 1979. So my oldest Lego set is now 41 years old. And it's assembled. And when I get back to my studio, in a week or so, you'll see kind of, it's one of the sets that sits back up behind me. SWB Pro says, I just see a kid running around in the back. LOL. Nice. This is Garrett Pylon says, would you take a look at Instagram? Found something cool. Sure. Yeah. When I'm done with this stream, I'll look at Instagram. April says, I never had wanted Harry Potter sets before, but the more I see the castle and clock tower, the more I want them. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I feel like it could be fun to do a lot of Harry Potter stuff on the stream here on the channel. Let's see. The Jamie Bricker says, congratulations. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Aqua Mike says, would you recommend this set for younger Lego builders? Well, here's the deal. Probably not. It is marked, the box says that it is for 16 and up. My 9-year-old built a lot of it. My 9-year-old built pretty much all of this building by herself. And some of the more complex, I guess you could say, techniques were in that particular building. So I was pretty pleased with how my 9-year-old did with the 16 plus. But I think she would have lost interest long before she was done. I was building, a lot of it sort of while she was. But that's an interesting thing about having 4 books, is this would actually be a fun set to build as a big family, because you could someone could start book 1, someone else could start book 2, book 3, book 4. That was my friend Josh was sort of complaining about the big Hogwarts castle that there's no good way to sort of separate the building, among multiple people. And I think that Lego has heard that, and they've started doing this with multiple builds. So this would be a fun set to build, as a family. I wanted to get to the other thing Laura said, or I'm sorry, April. The other thing April said was, I won a 40-pound Lego lot online with a lot of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings sets, plus tons of other in it, for only 193. I can't wait to get. Oh, that's awesome! Nice job. Yeah, it's so fun to come across those things. I'm going to be opening up some boxes of old Lego collections later this week, so watch out for that. Hayden says, what happened to Gringotts in this set? I don't think Gringotts was ever intended to be in this set. I think there is confusion around Gringotts being in this set because when information about this set started floating around, people were using a photograph of an old Lego, like, an 8 or 10-year-old Lego set of Diagon Alley, which has Gringotts. And that picture was floating around. And so for all of the people who weren't aware that the picture that they were looking at was an 8-year-old picture, unfortunately might be disappointed. We had a little bit of a conversation earlier about the Gringotts, and I don't know the answer to this, but I would suspect that if it's not in this Diagon Alley, it probably means we have a Gringotts coming soon, in the next year or two. JM Clam says, sorry if I missed it. Can you show us the wand box? Yeah, you did miss it, but that's fine. I don't mind showing you the wand box. Where's the wand box? There's this set comes with like 10 of these wand boxes. Oh, hold on. I'll maximize this part here. So wand box, it's 1x3 box, anti-studs on the bottom. Top is a 1x3 tile. Tile comes off, and inside there's a wand. There you go. So you can put your wands in this box. I imagine this wand box is going to get used for a lot of other things. Lego doesn't tend to build things that have one purpose. So let's see. What time is it? 4:32. So we've been going just about an hour. Maybe I'll answer a few more here. Maybe we'll go for like another 10 minutes. Boone, do you think you could make your own Gringotts bank? Hey, that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe I should try to make a Gringotts bank. I don't have a lot of white. I'll have to get back home. When I get back to the studio, maybe I'll think about building a Gringotts to put with this. Yeah, because some of those pictures I was taking, with the buildings side by side would look really cool if there was a Gringotts down at the end of the street. All right. How many pieces is this set? Luke says it's 5,544. 5,544 pieces. SWB Pro says, could you give me any tips on rock work? I am currently planning on making a giant rock work mock. I think that I haven't done a ton of rock work, but I have paid attention to people's rock work. I've done a bit. And I think that what looks the best is when you use as big a variety of different kinds of pieces as possible. Get as many different, if you're going to go with gray, light gray, dark gray, get as many different slopes in those colors as you can. Maybe, and then just as much variation as you can get. I think some of the most beautiful rock work is the rock work when you've eliminated almost all the studs. So, tiles and cheese slopes can come in really handy when doing that kind of work. I think Grant Davis is really good at his rock work. So I'd recommend going and looking up Grant Davis if you're interested in seeing some good rock work. All right, let's see. Is this set good for a family? I talked about that in just a little bit ago, Sydney. Yeah, I think this set would be awesome for a family. Like I said, my 9-year-old built a considerable amount of this set. I built most of this set. My 5-year-old had fun building the minifigures as they came along. There's so many minifigures in this set that the minifigures come fairly frequently. And then she would just build the next minifigure and just kind of play with the stuff we had already built. And like I said, there are 4 booklets. So if you had a family of 8 and you wanted to split up into teams of 2, you could all build at the same time. Because there's 4 booklets, and it's pretty easy to just kind of dive into a book, find the bags you need for that book, and start there. Let's see. Brick Film Ben says, do you still keep in touch with Mark in quarantine? Yeah, Mark and I keep in touch. We haven't seen each other much lately. You know, we've both kind of gotten busier doing our own things, but Mark and I will certainly be back together soon. In fact, he's got t-shirts that I need to sign, and I've got t-shirts that he needs to sign. So we're actually going to be getting back together soon. Hayden said, how long would it take to build this? I think what did I say? I think it took me less than 8 hours to build. I think it took me more than 5 hours to build. I think it really just depends on your speed. You know, do you like building really fast, or do you like taking your time? Brick Central says that could be your next build challenge, making a building for Diagon Alley that isn't in the books or movies, but should be in Diagon Alley. For example, a potion making shop, ingredients, cauldrons. Yeah, there actually is a cauldron shop in Diagon Alley, but it's not in this set. So yeah, that could be a fun challenge. It might be a little bit specific. I'll think through that. Brick Central. I'll think through that and see if I can turn that into a fun build challenge for sometime in the future. SWB Pro says, does Mark have a channel? The best place to find Mark and keep up with him is on Instagram. His handle there is ME Crookshank, or if you just type Mark Crookshank, or probably if you do some searching for like Mark Lego Masters, you're going to find him. Let's see, I already answered that. Are you going to get the new Lego Star Wars video games? I hate to break it to you, I'm not a video gamer. So I don't get new video games. I don't keep up with video games, but I love that people love them. So if you love video games, I hope you get it, and I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Do you need a large table to display this? You need something big. Because it is large. Like I said, here, I'll swap these and kind of put them back into a line. They're not going to be in the order that they started out, because I don't want to do all that rearranging right now, but I'll just kind of line them up, and then I'll pan down the line and sort of show you how long this is. This is, how many studs would this be? So you can see I've got sort of a round outdoor table here, and it overhangs by just a little bit on that side. And as I pan down, you'll see that it is just like right up against the edge on this side. It is 40 inches long. I think it's 102 centimeters long. So yeah, you need a long space to display it if you're going to display it. But it doesn't have to be that deep, because the depth, when they're all displayed side by side or end to end this way, is only 16 studs. So you could display it on a fairly shallow shelf if the shelf is long. All right, everybody. I'll finish off with this one. I think I've already answered this one. Water Knight, what's your favorite Harry Potter character? I think my favorite Harry Potter character is probably Hagrid. I said it at the beginning. I love his voice. He's just this like giant presence. He's big and loud, and I certainly identify with all of that. So thank you so much again to Lego for sending this to me so that I could share it with you all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the folks who put some super chats in the live chat there. That always helps me, maintain this channel. And so I really appreciate you all for that. There are a lot of, I'm not going to be able to get to all the questions because I'm now seeing a lot of questions that are repeated. So I would just like to, what are the chairs made out of? Oh, you got me. Legend Bros Incorporated. You got me with one last question. That is a question I haven't answered yet in this stream. The chairs are the standard. It's like the standard little minifigure seat, like this. and then it's got those sort of those rounded 1x2s in the bottom with those like teeth elements stuck into there. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool chair design. Okay, Moto says, great last question. Hey, thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, go build something amazing.